Hello, good evening. I feel like I need to start these streams with a timer. I say that because for some reason, there's this like 10-second delay between when it starts on YouTube and when it starts on Twitch, and I have no idea why there is such a delay on Twitch. But also there's like a 10-second delay between what I do and what you see in YouTube, and that doesn't happen with Twitch, and I don't get it. Technology is weird. Hello, good evening, everybody. I am Chloe, and this is Night Right, and Sandy will not be joining us this evening. She is tired, and understandably so, because baby. So I have my children with me tonight, looking like the sweetest things in the world and not the devils that they are. Hey, Rose, and hey, John. Thank you for joining tonight. I will be doing short breaks and longer sprints. We're going to start with a 10-minute sprint, and then we are going to be doing 20-minute sprints after that. Hopefully that will wake me up because I need to find my second wind. I didn't get enough sleep last night, and I was like really groggy all day. And then I finally got my groove at around 4:00, and now here we are at 8:00. I'm like, that bed looks real good. This cats look like real good pillows right now. So I am having a cherry Coke. It is my one caffeine indulgence I allow myself to have after 5 p.m. because I'm one of those people. Caffeine won't make me awake, but it will make me not sleep. So I'm gonna have this little baby cherry Coke, and hopefully it will also get me going because I didn't get writing done today. I did a bit of writing this morning, and then I spent the rest of the day quilting. And that was about it. I wish I had done more, but that was it. I did some quilting, and I went to the grocery store. That was my excitement for the entire day. So I'm sitting at 1,300 words for the day, and I would like to ultimately get to 3,000 today, which is doable as long as my brain works. We'll see. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, actually, I'm now remembering. I'm thinking, how the hell did I only quilt today? And then I remembered. I'm literally fidgeting with the seam ripper right now. I realize that most of y'all watching right now probably do not sew, but so this is for when you sew things together incorrectly. And unfortunately, when you quilt, the stitches are really tight together. And because you're sewing these little pieces together, so you really need tiny stitches as opposed to big stitches. And the thing that I messed up was a very long piece, and it literally took me an hour and a half to rip those stitches because I was also using old thread, which sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but by old, I mean it could have been 40-year-old thread. I inherited a whole bunch, and I'm just trying to burn through it. And thread just was not made at the same quality, 40 years ago that it is today. So the tricks that make it easy to pull seams today, you end up with just a whole bunch of frayed thread and frustration. So I want to burn through this thread just to get it out of my life and out of that drawer. But also, I should just throw it out. But I'm one of those people. I'm not a hoarder. I just have to use everything. So that's my day. So let me know what y'all are working on. I am continuing with my demon romance. I am getting close to the end now. I feel like I probably got 3 or 4 days left on this one. Hopefully hopefully it's not going to be any longer than that because I really need to move on to another project and I wanted this to be done by now. So with that in mind, we are going to go ahead and start our first sprint. And again, this is going to be 10 minutes, but after this, we will bump that number up to 20 and get some nice, good length sprints in here. So I will see you guys at 16 past the hour. Okay, we are back. I am back. I got 192 words there, which I feel okay about because I had to do a bit of research in there, trying to figure out what game systems were popular in 1990. I remember 1990, but we had a Nintendo, and I was like, I feel like things had changed by then. And yes, there was a Super Nintendo, and also the Sega Genesis would have been the two then. PlayStation did not exist yet. Also, I'm now realizing that year was probably not accurate, and I probably could have put a PlayStation in, but that's okay. None of that matters. And now I'm also wondering when N64, I'm now like confused about the Nintendo timeline. None of that matters. Also, there was a point in there where I was referring to a room in the house as a parlor, and I spelled parlor wrong. So I feel like I need to lay off social media for a little bit. A parlor is with an O, not with an E. So let me know how you guys all did. Hopefully you got some work done in there. John got some editing going, so fantastic. And also let me know what you guys are working on. Yeah, I am still just chugging along with this project that is taking forever because I am being lazy. I am fully aware that this is my own fault, and that if I had actually been motivated to work, I would be doing better, but that's okay. Instead, I am, again, quilting and making the most ridiculous quilt ever. Yes. I'm glad that Courtney also had this problem. The funny thing, this came up in a conversation, or I'm sure it was something on social media recently, that there is actually a social media app named Parler, spelled properly with an O, but it's one of those things like, oh God, I'm blanking on what it's called. There's that one that was really popular for like stupid videos for a while where people would just be paired up with random strangers. It was video chat. Was that Omegle? Am I making up that term? Anyway, so Parler, you with an O, you just chatted with random people. So it wasn't where you like connected with friends or anything. It was weird because you like could get a following with it. I only used it once or twice just to see what it was. But then when Parler with an E became, hit like, started to hit the news about being, where the right wing was migrating to, I got really confused because I thought it was that other Parler. I was like, that is a really weird place to organize, because you can't you talk with strangers, so you can't really organize anything there. And then I found out that it was a completely different thing. It looks like Courtney is. My mouse is acting funny today. Sorry. It looks like Courtney is confirming that it was Omegle, which was like a train wreck. Like, oh my God, that was a bad idea. Hopefully, I don't know if it's still around or not, but hopefully it's not. And John is working on a novel about a couple who find an unusual way to resolve problems and find harmony. Because I write paranormal romance, that's pretty much everything for me is unusual ways to solve problems. Very much the book that I'm writing right now, because it is the fifth in the series, and it is a callback to a couple from a previous one. So of course that means that they're having relationship issues in this one. But he's a demon. So slightly different relationship issues than, the usual stuff. But yeah, so yeah, that's always, but that's also like one of the things that I like about writing romance in general is that you do end up putting your characters into like crazy situations and finding like really fancy ways to solve their like crazy ways to solve their problems. Because if it's couples therapy, it's not a very exciting book usually. So while I am being a blurry mess, apparently, thank you, camera, and your amazing autofocus. Let's go ahead and get our first 20-minute sprint going. Let's see here. This app fights me. There we go. I love this app. I know everybody likes to have their pretty counters, timers on the screen. I like this really simple one, but also I'm done with it because I'm done with everything, especially when I'm trying to talk at the same time. So we're going to go for the next 20 minutes. It is 22 past, so I will see you guys at 42 past. Okay, we are back and I am still blurry. Come on, we're going to do the hand thing. Hello, hand thing. There we go. There's my face. It was better before. That's okay. Let me know how y'all did. I think I got like 400 there. I forgot to calculate the last one properly, so I'm not really sure how I did, but I did get sucked into more research on that. I also had to know how big TVs got in the early 90s. And I remember those gigantic projector TVs, the front projector ones where like it sat on the ground, like it was like a single unit, but the screen would be here. Like this would be the front of the screen, and then the projector would be here on the ground. I don't know. It was weird. Technology was weird back then. But again, I can't remember exact dates. I just remember somebody having one of those in the 90s. So I was researching that. Weirdly, I ended up having to go to an actual article from the 90s, from 1990, ranking some television screens. And one of the ones that was in the ranking was a 70-inch screen. Which was actually a rear projector. I feel like the front, it doesn't matter, but I feel like they got bigger than that, but I was like, I'm okay with 70 inches. I'm okay with this. Also, if you are curious what type of stuff I write within the demon romance thing, I also had to research Jabba the Hutt. Because I have now made it canon that a lot of the film industry is actually demons. And Jabba the Hutt was designed by somebody who was not happy with the Prince of Sloth, and therefore he made Jabba the Hutt and the Prince of Sloth's likeness. So that's the kind of ridiculous stuff that I write, and I'm okay with that. I like funny books, so I write weird things, and I don't like it. I don't do well with things that are like super, super serious. So I would rather go absurd. Also that, like, I just like writing absurd things. So yeah, if like I have a really dumb idea that pops in my head, or like I'm trying to figure out how to design a sloth demon, and I'm thinking, well, I feel like he would look something like Jabba the Hutt, then I'm like, well, let's just make to him Jabba the Hutt. At one point, I referred to him in this story as an obese slug. So yay. Oh, people have good words happening. Yay. So Courtney got 551. Fantastic. And Mandy got 429. Welcome, Mandy. I don't believe I've seen you before. Thank you for joining. We are going to be jumping into our next sprint in just a minute. We are doing 5-minute breaks and 20-minute sprints tonight in the hopes that I can churn out. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong scene. For a second there, I thought I had written 1,300 words tonight. I haven't. I've written 544 words today. I am hoping to get 1,600. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. If I don't, I feel like I've done all of the research that I need to for this scene. It's really funny, the weird things that you have to research when you're writing something that's mostly taking place in like a fantasy land, but like you still need to know about big screen TVs in 1990. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. And Mandy, let me know what you're working on. I always like to know what everybody's projects are. If you need any encouragement, or if you have a sticking spot or anything, I like to help one of those people. So let's go ahead and get this next sprint going. We are again going for 20, and it is 8:47 in Atlanta. So I will see you guys at 9:07. Good luck, everybody. Okay, time is up. I have forgotten how to spell a word. Hold on a second. Oh, it's all O's. Okay, the word was monotony, and it is just all O's. O's across the board. Chandra, thanks for joining. We're going to take a 5-minute break here, and then we'll get another 20-minute sprint going. And Mandy is working on a romance thriller. Best way to describe it. Romance thrillers are a hot market, so stick with that description. You're writing a scene right now about the butler reporting to his boss, and the boss's daughter's recent behavior. Ooh, intrigue. I am having my wrath demon do household chores, and he is not happy about it right now. That's what's going on in my story. And let me see. I did actually get, I think, a good chunk of writing done. We'll know in a moment. I got, oh, good grief. I got 465. Awesome. So my goal was to get 3,000 for the day, and I'm at 2396. So I am at 600 for my goal, and I am feeling better now than I was at the beginning of this show. So yay. And hopefully I'm pushing the pace enough with this. I'm gonna have to do so much editing at the beginning of this, because I destroyed my pacing at the beginning, and it happens. That's what editing is for. But also, like, I've wasted so much time slowing down my pacing, and that's always frustrating. That I knew as I was writing this, like, this is terrible. This is not the mood that I want for this. I am dragging it all down with these issues when I could just kind of bounce through the issues and have a more interesting story where you still get that they're not getting together well right now. Courtney got 726. That is fantastic. And John got some editing done, probably lost a few words net. I'm always looking to get rid of words. So yes, I am totally in agreement with you. And like, I do know that there are people on the other side who genuinely, I feel like it's probably that they are breaking the show don't tell rule, which you can't absolutely break that. Those rules, I know that that's like a common discussion point in these shows, but show don't tell doesn't sound right when you say it out loud. Anyways, it's a good rule, but obviously it's not a 100% thing. But I have a feeling that people who underwrite are probably doing too much telling, or just not like filling in their story enough as they go, which, whatever. I guess it's kind of even like an outline. But for me, I write my entire rough draft, and I aim to have everything already written for me to then go edit. I don't like writing new content in my edits. For continuity reasons, honestly, I'm really dumb about forgetting where things are revealed. So if I have to completely rewrite a chapter or like add a chapter, I will absolutely screw up the continuity when I do it. And Chandra is working on a new project. Awesome. Hopefully that's going to, actually, no, I was going to say, hopefully that's going to be me soon. Hopefully I'm getting this one done soon, but actually after this, it's a bunch of edits that I need to go back to do. I've got like 3 books that need editing before I can put them out. I've got so many rough drafts actually that I'm sitting on that I plan to release them all this year. I just got to get through the edits on them. And Mandy got 430. Everybody's doing really well tonight. That's awesome. You're making me feel more motivated to write. So thank you guys. I guess that's what we're all here for, right? Is to motivate each other. So let's see. And yeah, there's that little conversation about what Mandy is writing right now. about the butler reporting to his boss about the boss's daughter's recent behaviors. I love little scenes like that. I love when you get into like the intrigue of it all. I also love writing fight scenes, not physical fights, but verbal fights. I love writing dialogue, and I love writing heated dialogue, however it is. I love when people get like really dramatic and are just like throwing out a whole bunch of crap, and like, that's my favorite time to put in a big reveal. By the way, this is always what I've been doing, or whatever it is. Yeah. I like writing dramatic fights. um and John is having the same issue with keeping track of the sequence of things in the stories. Yes. And yeah, I do keep a bunch of notes. I actually do the Excel spreadsheet that keeps all of my continuity, and I am a pre-writer. I basically outline the entire story. I don't consider myself to be a um a planner, a plotter. What the hell is the word versus pantser? I just write an outline in advance, and that helps me with all of that as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and get our next sprint going. We are going for 20 again. And I'm just like, I'm running off of two computers. I know I say this in every single stream, but I have two mouses that sit next to each other, and I consistently grab the wrong one, even though it's obvious which one is which. Okay, we're going to go for 20 minutes. It is 9:14, so we will finish this one up at 9:34, and we will absolutely be getting another sprint in after this, which is fantastic. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. I hate when I forget to turn my mic on. I'm back. I'm actually back this time. What I was saying was, Mandy, if you haven't left already, thank you so much for joining. I do sprints all week. This is the only day that I do these nighttime sprints for me in the Eastern time zone, but I do 4 p.m., I do 8 a.m., I do 10 a.m. I do them all over the place. Also, thank you, Nicole and Glory, for joining us. I'm going to do at least one more sprint. I'm feeling good right now, though, so I might run the show a little long and do 2 more sprints if you guys are interested in doing 2 more sprints with me. I did have to step away for a moment during that one, so I only got about 10 minutes of writing there, but I did write 333 words. And I feel really good about that. Yay. Thank you, John, also for joining us. I will see you later. Yeah, so let me know how you guys all did. Also, in case anybody is curious, if anybody was here for my show yesterday morning and is wondering whatever happened with my roommate's girlfriend's baby, she did have the baby. She was in labor for 46 hours, but she was able to have a natural birth. Apparently, the midwife, or whatever position that person happened to be, told her that this was her last chance before a C-section, and she took advantage of that last chance. So baby is born. Let's see. Courtney wrote 3,465 for the day. That is fantastic. Hopefully I'm going to be up there with you by the end of these sprints. But I'm glad you got some reading in too. Okay. So you are going to still be, I'm reading as I'm talking, of course, and didn't read your whole message. Awesome. You're still going to be here for a little bit. And Glory finished draft 1 and editing of a flash fiction for Orla's anthology, 768 words. That's fantastic. I used to write flash fiction years ago, and I got out of it. This was back in the day where anthologies were actually, printed magazines. So I did magazine work and I loved it. And then I immediately went from that to writing like 125,000 word novels. It was a weird jump. And now I'm trying to get that number back down because I'm writing romance now. And I mean, some people do like really long romances, but a lot of people like really short romances. So I've really been trying to get some of those 2-hour reads that, like, I guess it's under 50,000 words is where they put that. Is that right? That number I don't think is right. 25,000, whatever it is, whatever Amazon says is a 2-hour read. I've been trying to get more of those. I suck at them. I definitely have a series that the first book in it is 25,000 words to get it. And then the final book in that series that I'm going to be editing after this is like 70,000 words. So yeah, I could either write under 1,000 words or over 50,000 words. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I can't get that middle of the road stuff. Yeah. So, oh gosh, I hit that moment where I don't know what to say. I finished a scene, just now at the end of it, and that's also good. One of the problems that I've been having in the story, as I said earlier in the show, is that the earlier stuff is really sloggy, and I need to cut out tons of words from it. Hopefully I can get this story where I want it to be, like the mood that I want it to be, instead of the mood that it is right now. And I feel like a lot of that is because most of my scenes at the beginning are like 2,000 words. which is okay for some stuff, but not for this. What I'm working on now, the pacing is all messed up. So this last scene was 713, and I feel a lot better about that than my like 3,000 word scene. What's our time? Oh, it's time for another sprint. Okay. I ended up babbling long enough to get exactly where I needed. So we are going to go for 20 minutes again. And then again, I'll see how everybody is feeling at that point, if we do another sprint or not. But this will take us right to the top of the hour. Good luck, everybody. Okay, that is time. Let me know how you did. Also, let me know how you guys are feeling, if you want to do another sprint or if you want to call it a night or whatever time it is where you are. I don't know. I'm on the fence. So let me know what y'all are thinking. I did well. I'm going to be so far over my target word count of 40,000 because I'm at 37,476. And I didn't want it to be 40,000 to begin with, but that's okay. I did get 581 though there, and that is amazing for me. It's right on par for me in usual times, but the story has been such a struggle that I am shocked and awed with myself for getting 581. I am enjoying this scene. It's yeah, I'm doing good. It's yay. Let's see how you guys did. Let me pop over to that screen. Courtney is close to her reading goal, so she is down for another sprint. Awesome. We will go ahead and do another sprint then in 3.5 minutes, if I can do math right. And Chandra got a bit more writing in, started working on an outline. Awesome. That is that's another problem that I'm having with this, because I thought this was going to be a novella. I didn't outline it. The character is going through trials, and there's 6 specified trials based on like how this world is structured. So I knew the theme of each trial, and I figured out what the trials would be based on those themes. So right now, the trial that he is going through is the trial of sloth, because it's based on the 7 deadly sins. And I knew that stuff going into the story, but I didn't actually outline the damn thing. I had an order that I wanted the trials to go in that I've changed probably 5 times since I started this. So yeah, it's been I regret how I handled this one. I should have done a complete outline on it instead of just having plot points I guess, because again, I'm a pre-writer. I mentioned that before, but so I tend to have like a very rough idea of what happens in every single scene to make sure my pacing is right. I didn't do that this time, and surprise, surprise, my pacing is bad. Editing. It's been, I unfortunately have 2 rough edits ahead of me. This one's going to be a rough edit, and then what I'm moving to after I do this rough draft is an edit where I'm going to have to rewrite like 4 chapters. And I'm not looking forward to that because, as I also mentioned in this stream, I don't like having to rewrite chapters. I mess up my continuity. And they are the first 4, however many it ends up being, but roughly 4 chapters of the book. I have to completely redo the beginning of the book, which sounds like I'm sending myself into a nightmare editing cycle trying to get the continuity right, but that's okay. That's okay. I do this for a living now, and I have to accept that some projects are going to be more difficult than others, but when it's the final book in a series, I can't just not do it. Yeah, so let's see. So we're going to do one more sprint, and that is going to be the end of my show for today. So before I get that going and then send you guys all off, I will be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. East Coast time. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. Good time to be writing. So I'm going to be back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow Eastern for another one of these, this structure of write-in, 20 minutes writing, 5 minutes break. I will probably be doing a game and write on my Twitch tomorrow afternoon at like 1 o'clock ish. And that's just where, for my breaks, I play a little bit of a video game, and then they're more loose productivity sprints. So that'll happen tomorrow afternoon on my Twitch channel, which is linked below. And then on Friday I'll be on at 8 a.m. So that is my next couple of days. I also have major baking plans and quilting plans, but I will not be streaming those this time because I just got to figure my life out right now. So let's go ahead and do these last couple of sprints. Oh, Courtney, I'm reading your messages now. And yeah, I hate when I have a whole bunch of continuity errors to deal with, but I guess it's a good thing when you actually know that they're there. And you won't have to majorly reconstruct the plots. And that is crucial for me. I've had to completely reconstruct a plot once before, and I hated it. I hated everything. I hated doing all of the edits afterward. I hated all the continuity nightmare with it. So yeah, if that's the one thing I can tell anybody to avoid as best they can. Obviously, a lot of people can't because of their writing styles, but if there's any way you can keep from having to do plot reconstruction after the novel's already written, that is the absolute worst thing to do. Okay, so again, this is our last sprint. We're going to go for 20 minutes. It is 10:07, so I'll see you guys at 10:27 for final words. Okay. That was it. That was absolutely the last sprint. I did well during that though. It was a St. Crispin's Day speech, so to speak, and I tend to struggle with those, but that one just came right out. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like this number is going to be wrong though. No, oh my God, you guys, I got 660 words. You guys, I'm really proud of myself right now, not to brag or anything. But these are the word counts that I've been dying to get. This entire calendar year, this 2 weeks, I've been dying to get 600 words in a 20-minute sprint and not getting anywhere close. And I finally did it. So I'm really glad I did that last sprint. But that is everything for today. You guys all have a wonderful night. And again, I will be here tomorrow morning at 10 and Friday morning at 8 and whenever I feel like being on my Twitch channel. So you guys all have a wonderful night. And Courtney also had a good writing day after a slump. So maybe we just were all in a slump because of everything, because our country is burning down. And the world around our country is also slightly smoldering. So maybe we were all just in a bit of a slump, and this is good news for every writer every creator out there, that we are getting our crap back together. I mean, us. I have no idea what's going to happen in this country. Oh my God. So on that note, you guys all have a wonderful evening, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. And if not, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.